What's up, BJJ fans? Of course, the BJJ stands for Blind Judo Journey. Today I'm going to show you 5 warm-ups that you can use for Judo or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that involves everyone in the room, gets them moving around, gets their heart rate pumping. Of course, they're all really fun, really great for building team spirit and get you ready to do martial arts. So without further ado, let's take a look. So the goal of Snake is for everyone to run around the room, and each person is trying to grab the belt of another player. Once they've grabbed their belt, then they're part of their snake. People at the front of the snake want to make the snake longer and grab more people. People at the back of the snake want to try and avoid being grabbed. After the game runs for a bit, they'll all conjoin into one big long snake. This is a great game for an opener because it gets people running around the room, it's really fun, gets everyone smiling, gets everyone interacting with each other, gets you moving in different directions, gets you moving like a judoka as well, trying to move your hips away from people, etc. It's really good for kids, adults, because it's safe, it's fun. So go give it a try. Bulldogs, this is a super simple game based off of the schoolyard game British Bulldogs. You have a couple of people out the front. I tend to use some of the higher grades just because it makes the game a bit quicker. And then everyone else is lined up on one wall on their hands and knees. When you say Jimmy, everyone tries to crawl across the room to the other side. The goal of the people in the middle is to turn people over onto their back, so just get a turnover. Once someone's been turned over, they are now in the middle as one of the catchers, I guess. It's really fun. It's, again, really good for getting everyone enjoying themselves, moving around, getting at some Mayweather things, like into people's brains, getting people moving. It's great fun. Good for kids, good for adults, pretty safe. If you've got a lot of people on the mat, it is kind of got to make sure that you don't have people running off into each other. Also, you'll notice, for example, in our dojo, we have a step at one side. I always try and make sure that people don't go running off that, so people get a little bit too excited. So yeah, but that's the only major concern. It's still a really fun game. I do this with all the beginners in our beginners course. Crocodiles and Penguins, pretty classic in the judo world. You've got some people who are the crocodiles who are on their hands and feet, like a crab, and you've got people walking around on their knees who are penguins. The people who are crocodiles are going around and they're trying to wrap their legs around the penguins, like getting them to close guard. Some people put different variations on this and will say you've got to make them let one hand touch the floor. Some people say you've got to push them all the way over. Depending on how good your players are, you can adjust the rules slightly. If you've got high level players, maybe you want to just have them be avoiding getting their legs all the way around. If you've got low level players, it's fine to let them try and get the sweep. When a crocodile gets the legs all the way around a penguin, that penguin becomes a crocodile, as in nature. Obviously, you just keep going until all of the penguins have been caught. Really fun games, good for adults and kids again. Super safe. Yeah, really good fun. Give it a go. Battle Royale. This one's pretty simple. All you gotta do is not get picked up and try and pick other people up. So once you've been lifted off the ground, you're out. And you go to the side and do some form of exercise, like 10 push-ups. I also add the condition that you're only allowed to touch the floor with your feet, because otherwise people will just lie down and try to not be picked up, which is hilarious, but also counterproductive to the game. This game's really good. Gets everyone moving around, gets you to think about a bit more judo style stuff, because you'll notice people will just try and foot sweeping each other. which is great. I probably wouldn't use this one with kids because it's a little bit too easy for people to get too into the game and start being a bit more aggressive. So maybe one for adults, but if you've got particularly sensible set of kids, it can still work. This game you can also change and give some variations to, such as having people be pushed out of the circle or a square if you've got squares in your dojo. That's another way of doing it. It's just another fun way of getting people into judo mindsets, trying to get avoiding people, trying to get grabbing people, entering throws, we're not really throwing because we're just trying to lift people off the ground. So really fun game. Also, when you get down to 2 people, you realize that it is just basically randori, which is quite fun. Breakfall Bang. This is a game actually invented by Jessica, born in the middle, so all credit to her. It's a variation on Bang, the children's game, where someone stands in the middle and points a gun at someone and goes bang, and they have to duck down, and the people on either side of them have to point guns at each other. But instead of doing that, the person who gets pointed at has to do like a Shirakami or a breakfall, either fall backwards, whichever you want, and the people at the side of them have to do a breakfall towards them, side breakfall. I'll usually do a couple of rounds of this just so that without eliminating people, so everyone understands the rules and gets it, and make sure that everyone does get to practice the breakfalls. And then after everyone's had a few goes, then we'll speed it up and start eliminating people if they're too slow. This is a really fun game. It makes doing breakfalls much more interesting than just walking down the mat doing breakfalls. Once you're down to 2 people, you get them to stand back to back and then walk down the mat and just say the name of any breakfall, to try and test people's Japanese, and then, the person who does it slowest is the loser, and the other person is declared the winner, and the best at breakfalls in the room. It just adds a lot more fun ways of doing breakfalls that aren't just going down the mat in a straight line. It's especially good for kids, but I do think adults do enjoy this as well.
Start walking, and at some point Jessica is going to yell out the name of any breakfall. You both got to do it. Slowest will lose. Jessica, in your own time. Start walking.
So that was 5 warm-ups that you can use for judo or Brazilian jiu-jitsu that are really good for getting you warm, having fun, building team spirit. If you have any other games that you'd use, please drop them in the comments. Tell me about them. If you do use any of these, it'd be really awesome to get to see other people filming their warm-ups so that we can share and build as a community, as the judo martial arts community. If you've enjoyed this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to join me on my blind judo journey. Saramade!